Namaste students. I am Professor Nikhil Singh. I am a teacher as well as a mechanical engineer. Today I'll be telling you how to study from the beginning of any academic year, especially in your 11th and 12th standard. So, now the thing is, to start with, I have made certain rules and on this channel I'll help you to learn physics in a very better way from grassroots level. Okay? So let's start. Now there are certain rules which I have made, and let me tell you, if you students will follow all these rules, you will land up getting very good marks. Let me tell you, full marks in physics or in any subject of your choice. So let's start. The first rule. Now let's understand the basic concept. Right now, I presume that you have just studied your 10th standard and you are going into your 11th standard. So jumping from 10th standard to 11th standard is a huge gap. It's a huge leap, because in 10th standard, my dear students, you had a textbook of science in which you had physics, chemistry, biology, in which you had zoology, botany, everything clubbed together. In short, whole science was under one textbook. In your 11th standard, this is not the case. In your 11th standard, you have physics textbook, chemistry textbook, and biology textbook. So the science which you used to study in 10th standard, by clubbing all of the stuff together in one textbook, now it gets distributed and is classified as physics, chemistry, and biology. Okay, so let's start. The first thing is, jumping from 10th standard to 11th standard is a huge gap. Okay, so huge gap means you need to understand that now you are going to get the more core of science. Now you are going to get deeper into physics. The second point, so this was the first point. The second point is syllabus. Now the syllabus, right now it is corona time, the pandemic period, so you all are locked down and even I am locked inside my house. So the thing is, the syllabus might get changed a little bit, but don't worry, on this channel you will get the complete knowledge and the complete updates of all the syllabus. So you need to understand the syllabus. So first, you are jumping from 10 to 11, number 1. Number 2, my dear students, the syllabus. You need to understand what is the syllabus, how much is the syllabus. Third, NCERT books. So NCERT books plus SL Arora plus NCERT exemplar. See, if you are aiming for, let me tell you very honestly, if you are aiming for NEET, which is the entrance examination for medical students, or JEE, this is the entrance examination for engineering aspects, or the architecture, the students who will be opting for architecture. So NEET or JEE, I need to tell you very honestly and very frankly, the textbooks, especially the students who are into state boards like Maharashtra State Board, West Bengal State Boards, any state board, if you are studying under any state board, you need to understand that you need to cover up the NCERT syllabus. Majority of the CBSE schools and colleges, they use these textbooks only. So you need to study NCERT. Now, NCERT books are very good, no doubt about it, but there are certain places in which they have just shrinked the syllabus and they have used a little bit tougher words. So some of you might feel that the NCERT books somewhere or the other are getting tougher for you. They're not that easy. So I suggest you personally to go for SL Arora, so in which you will get all the knowledge as well as a very good language. Then NCERT exemplar. This is far more beyond. Right now it is not required, but you need to understand that these 3 books, if you are done, then you are damn ready for your NEET or JEE examinations. So I'll help you out to sort out these things on my channel. Number 4th. Now number 4th is, see students, right now you need to think in this way, that make 3 books, 1 register or 1 copy or 1 notebook, in which you will have all the notes given by your teachers, either offline or online. Okay, then make second thing, then make a book in which you have all the formula list. For example, chapter number 1, units and measurements. So in one notebook you will have all the notes, in the second notebook you will have the formula list of that chapter, and in the third notebook you will have all the derivations. Now the students might think, sir, for each chapter we need to put the things into 3 different notebooks? The answer is yes. Because right now, the more you'll segregate it, the more you will diversify the things, the easier it is going to get for you. Okay, so do it from today itself. Make one book in which you will have all the written notes, the second book in which you will have all the formula list, and in the third book in which you will have all the derivations. This will make your life go damn easier, because if at the end you would like to revise things, then it is going to get very easier for you to take up just a derivation book, and you'll have all the derivations right from chapter number 1 to chapter number 16. You'll have all the derivations in one book. The formula list will be neatly put in one book, and the notes again in one book. So diversify the things, as well as when you are being taught, understand and listen to the teacher very carefully. Like if there is any derivation, try to understand whether it is important for as far as the exam point of view goes, and write down the weightage of that derivation. Okay, now let's go to the next point. Important numerical. Now this is very important, as the name suggests, my dear students. See, whenever you study, there are certain times that certain numericals are not that easy for you. The numericals might be easy for your friend, but you might find a little bit difficulty in some one or the other numerical. Now that is the time, mark those numerical as important numericals. Okay, whichever numerical you feel like that you got stuck up in the numerical, or you had some sort of mistake while calculation, mark it as important. Now what will happen today when the teacher is explaining you everything, and then after that he or she gives you some numerical, and you find it difficult, my dear students, to crack that numerical, that means such numericals are difficult for you. And if you will keep on marking all such difficult numericals, so by the end of the session, by the end of your all the chapters, you will have a whole list of numericals that you found to be difficult when you used to study in the classroom or online. So at the end, if you will revise all such difficult numericals, then rest of the numericals will appear to be damn easy for you. Okay, so understand, any numerical, whether it is small or whether it is very elaborated, you mark it as important if you're making mistake in it, or if you're not understanding the concept without teacher's help. Okay, now next, online classroom and offline classroom. See, right now we don't know that when are the classes are going to start, but whenever the classes are going to start, you need to understand that certain concepts, the online classroom cannot replace classroom teaching for sure, whereas the classroom teaching cannot replace online teaching. So both the teaching needs to go hand in hand. There are certain concepts which are very difficult for even for the teachers to make it, or to draw it, or to depict it on the board. You might use projectors and all, that is fine, but there are certain concepts, there are certain processes, there are certain videos which you cannot see on the board. Okay, so for that you need to have online sessions, you need to have YouTube or any sort of any teacher you can opt for. There are plenty of teachers available online, so you need to understand classroom as well as online. Clubbing both of them will give you 100%. And lastly, final, follow your teacher. Whatever your teacher says, see, every teacher might have different aspect, right? For example, if you stay at Delhi and you need to go to Mumbai, so from Delhi to Mumbai, let us understand Delhi is your 11th or 12th standard and Mumbai is your final destination, your NEET or JEE or any entrance examination. So for going from Delhi to Mumbai, some teacher might advise you to take a flight. That will cost you more. Some might tell you to go by Rajdhani. That will cost you a bit less. Some might ask you go by road. Some might say you that while going by road, take a car, take a bike, go by cycle or walk. So there are n number of ways. Okay, so finally you are going to reach Mumbai, but there are n number of ways reaching Mumbai. Similarly, your target is fixed. There are n number of ways and possibilities by which you can achieve it. Now, understand one thing, have faith in your teacher, whether it is your classroom teacher, your classes teacher, your college teacher, or your class teacher, or online teacher. As far as my role goes, I'll be teaching you the concepts of NCRT completely, SL Aurora as well as NCRT Exemplar on my YouTube channel, Nikhil Singh. So, here I am signing off with wishing you all the best to start your academics. Do like the video, subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon, and stay connected. Stay home, stay fit. Namaste.